death took your last heart. Recover it before life leaves you completely.
So this is The Void. It is by the same studio from that makes Pathologic. It is quite delightful and very lovely and very strange. And in my opinion, it is a dating sim. Because if I remember right...
You only have a few moments left before your soul dies forever. Take the heart. It's easy.
So easy to take this heart. Where did this heart come from? How did we lose all of ours?
I know that hurt, but there's no other way. Now you can hold color in your heart. Come closer. Do you see the great tree? I'm here, inside.
How could I not see it? Anyway, it's a difficult game. Years ago, I played it several times.
Do you see the great tree? I'm here, inside.
And would constantly die because if you run out of color, you die. So hopefully this time, I will have learned the lessons from all the mistakes I made, and we can actually get far and beyond her chambers. So we actually have to give her color, and this is just the tutorial. I'm not controlling it, because I would not be wasting that much color. You really don't need to. We're gonna, well, we have most, so there's different colors. There's silver, crimson, amber, azure. I like azure, I like the word. Violet, emerald, and gold. We start off with emerald, gold, and azure. Let's do azure, and you only need like a little bit to activate like dialogue and stuff. Everything costs color.
This is a desert on the threshold of death. I think it's somewhere underground, but not deep. And around it, emptiness. You see how cold and still it is here, how desolate. But this is not yet your death. That awaits below, in the cold, when the last drop of color leaves your soul. We call it absolute death. Remember this always. Here in the void, nothing is more precious than color. Color is life. It is our food, our strength, our hope. It is the essence and meaning of our suffering. And now yours. Look, what you take is on the right. It's your memory. Lympha of color is kept in it. What you can give is on the left, your palette. The color that sprouted inside you into forbidden nerva. To tame color, you must transform it through a beating heart. A spirit must fill his hearts with collected color to support life within himself. As time passes in the void, color will grow into nerva and flow into your palette. You can use this color to touch the world around you, because here it is color that gives life. Take some color from your memory, some lympha, and fill your heart with it.
So, on the right is our lympha colors, on the left is our nerva colors, or memory on the right, palette on the left, or an easier way to understand it, internal colors on the right, external colors on the left. And this is actually what our character looks like. Yeah, that's what we're working with. And I guess he just, yeah. It's almost like a Ken doll. With some weird, intense eyes. And this is only, I think this is actually No, this is just the tutorial. So we start off with 1 heart. Eventually we get more hearts. And as you'll see, it shows speed 50%. Now, I'm not entirely sure how that affects it, but I know Azure is speed, gold is trust, emerald is defense, crimson is anger. I don't remember silver. I don't think I got that far. Or amber. Violet is inspiration. The color will now grow out from the heart, but only in the void, and eventually we'll eventually get to see what the void is. It'll explain all that. This is a very long tutorial.
Good. Take a look around this chamber and collect what you can. And please listen to my advice, or your soul will soon be dead forever. Go now. Don't worry, I'll always be here.
Okay.
Do you see the golden flowers? Collect what you can in this chamber. My island is small, but you must hurry.
So, within the chambers, we don't lose the color in our hearts, or the color in our hearts doesn't get transformed into external color, or the palette.
Yes, that's right. But it isn't enough. You need more.
Until we're in the void, and the void is the space between the chambers, so when we're traveling between chambers is when it starts transforming the colors. And there's different ways to get colors. Most of the time we're going to be collecting it from flowers that are growing in the chambers. You can also find trees in a garden that will allow you to kind of paint the trees with color that then grows every cycle. And yeah, and as time passes, in which case when you're in the void, time always passes, but when you're in a chamber, time does not pass. But as time passes, a new cycle starts, and that's when you get... That's when you start getting more color flowers will grow in chambers, and your garden will bear more color. And interestingly, when you collect color flowers, they'll sometimes whisper to you. It's very hard to hear. That one said, the sisters will kneel before you. And we'll find out later and more about the sisters. I haven't gotten very far. I know there's different chambers. And there's like a main chamber, and then there's branching chambers, and I've never gotten past her chamber. I always kept running out of color. But you'll see more about that. We are going to need to collect as many of these.
Now fill your heart fully. It is time to enter the void, where your color will begin to dissipate.
Now we can't harvest from her tree. I think there's more flowers, and we really need as many as we can find. Because you can very, very quickly lose them. Or lose color very quickly. And that's the void out there. We'll eventually head out there once we're done with the...
Fill your heart to bursting. Take color from your memory and carry it to your heart, as I showed you.
That's another thing. You actually have a maximum. I forgot. I didn't pay attention because I couldn't open it until she said. But when you reach your maximum, the color spills out and you lose it. You can't pick it up. It's gone. And it just sits there on the ground, taunting you. And as we collect more hearts, we'll get to hold more than just 100 of each color. So we only have 1 heart, so we get 100. And when we get a second heart, we'll get 110. And we'll get a third heart and get 120, and so forth.
Good. Now wade into the water to enter the void. Look at your new body.
I actually got to pick that up. I don't know why. That is great. Oh, there's more. Good. Okay, well, I think that's it. Yes. Okay, we got 42 of that. We have over here, we got 25 gold, 25 emerald, 49 azure. I think that's it. Okay, time to go into the void. There's no... Running is very inconsistent. Sometimes shift makes you run, sometimes it makes you walk. Famine. A man loses his soul only when it dies from long hunger. A hungry soul falls into the icy emptiness where death awaits. But once in 1,000 times, before disappearing forever, the soul briefly lingers in the void. One can only get his soul back if it opens to color, accepts it, and understands its meaning and purpose. Then the soul will be able to turn death back, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. So I don't know, or at least as far as I got, explains who you are, who your character is, how your character got here. There's a little video before the game starts. Doesn't it really explain anything? It's just a bunch of esoterica.
We call this place the Void. Hunger rules here, unbearable hunger. Color used to be plentiful here, but it turned its back on us. Sisters died, compelling our raging brothers to beg the Void for forgiveness. As long as you're here, you will have to fight to survive. See these wheels? Inside each chamber, time stands still, but not here in the Void. Color turns into nerva inside your hearts. Your life leaves as the color leaves. When your hearts are empty, you will die. Take care.
Okay.
Now you are here, by my chamber. To travel to other chambers, use color to mark your path, like this. Try it. Make a path with color and enter the chamber when you arrive.
Okay, so you can change the speed of time, but you cannot stop time in the void. I don't think it's gonna... Okay. So here is her chamber, the sister, and these all have other sisters. Ava, Yuta, Ire, Eli, Ima, Una, Yanni, and I don't know, that one doesn't have anything weird. And then they have their chambers that branch off. And from what I've gathered, the two colors on their portrait designate what colors they like. Anyway, we don't have much time, so let's go. We're not gonna go there. That's a garden. We're gonna want to save that for last. Let's go to the reservation. Did it work? Oh yeah, it worked. It's just very slow. Oh, and on the portrait for the chambers, it shows you what colors are available there and how much of it. So that's always useful, so you don't waste color going somewhere.
This is a reservation. Predators used to dwell here. They're half-dead creatures, neither living nor dead. I think they appeared when random drops of color merged with inanimate matter. But since the famine came, only the plants are left. Collect all the color that hasn't dissipated yet, then return to the void.
So yeah, these are basically what the chambers are going to look like, and there's a couple of small trees that we can paint with color. And it's always important to keep track how much color you're holding. I think we can put some more into there to free some space up. And she likes gold and green, so we ought to paint one of these with some green. I don't know if it's... Oh wait, it's telling us right now how to do it. That is way too much color to use. I hope it gives us the glyph for donating color.
A heart grants you the knowledge to handle color. Color doesn't like to be wasted. Your first and most important heart is the donor glyph. This is forbidden knowledge and punishable by death. It is the ability to give, to rip color out of yourself and turn the dead into the living. Revive the tree. And remember, the more you give, the more the tree will give back to you.
And that is the donor glyph. And as we unlock more, or as we get more hearts, we unlock more glyphs. So let's paint this one green. It's a small tree, so I'm not going to give it too much color. Otherwise, normally...
There are many trees here, but you have little color. Return to the void, and I will tell you more.
But otherwise, the more color you give a tree to a certain maximum, and I don't remember that maximum, the more you give to a tree, the more it will give back to you. See, right now I'm trying to use shift, and it's not letting me run. It's just causing me to walk. And yeah, there's creatures to fight, but it can cost a lot of color to fight them. And I know the next glyph we get is a defensive glyph that you can cast a shield with it. I've never really had a need to use it.
I'll be your guiding light.
And that one said, I'll be your guiding light. Never really had a need to use the defense glyph, as long as you're quick enough to avoid attacks. Maybe it's something that's going to be needed with the brothers. And you'll see what those things are like. There was only once that I actually got to see a brother, and that was terrifying. Oh, there's one down there. Fortunately, there's no fall damage. But it definitely seems like this is moves slower in this water. Alright, the second small tree is up there, and we'll have to get it on the next level. Oh, and those little distortions of space right there is our doorways to the void. Sister's Place is one of the few chambers where you could just go out to access.
I don't hear anyone anymore. Has anyone else survived?
I think that might have been a sister whispering. See, I don't know if it's like the color whispering when you pick up the flowers. If it's a sister whispering, or sometimes it's a brother whispering, or the color itself. I'm not sure. Maybe we'll find out if I can make it beyond first the sister's chambers. I think we got all the color down here. Oh no, we have to go to that tree. If I remember right, it's over here. Really wish I could run. Oh, fortunately, we're gonna do this one gold.
Yes, your path will be like this, and you will give your color drop by drop so others live. But don't you give away too much. Only take. It's too early for you to feed others with your blood.
Alright, and then there's a fourth level, I should say. Go up there, get the other colored flowers, and then we'll head to the mines. And then lastly, we'll go to the garden and start painting some trees. Oh, I hate when they get, oh. Yeah, that's pretty close. You gotta be very careful.
I am the color of your power and fame.
That one said, I am the color of your power and fame. Interesting. But green is the color of defense. I think we got... No, 59. Huh. Was that 59 or 96? It's really hard to see. Oh no, we're at 61 now. Oh, you can cast the donor glyph and not use it on a tree or on a sister.
Annie died. We're dying, one after the other.
No regrets.
Interesting. Wonder if it's different. It sounds like the same sister who was calling out earlier. Alright, I think that's all of it. Let's go back into the void.
You must feed yourself with color constantly. Take all you can find without pity. But I despair. Where will you find it? There are mere drops in my chambers and they dissipate as we speak. Quickly, collect what you can and never forget that time is killing you. Time is taking your color. Time is your real foe.
Alright, so there's, looks like green in that chamber. Well, we have very little green, so we'll use the gold. But I don't know what's in that chamber. I've never been able to actually go to it. Going to it, you don't actually be able to enter it, so it's just a waste of color.
The more hearts you open inside yourself, the more color you'll be able to transform and the stronger you'll be. And each heart will grant you the gift of a glyph. It's thought that the limit of a soul is 20 hearts. Perhaps such a powerful soul could even stand up to the brothers. For now, there is a heart in this chamber, I'm sure of it. Some are easy to find like that, some are not. Search for it, my sweet.
So, in my experience, having more hearts really doesn't help. It just means you're able to process more color from your memory to your palette, which is how you can very quickly run out of color. You're not paying attention. Oh gods. Right inside it. Oh, how much green do we have? We have 60. But we'll only have 16 over there. Let's oh no, I don't think I can. Well, we're gonna get a second heart here. And then we'll put some green in it so we can start getting some green into our palette.
No one will protect you better than I.
And I'm surprised the game runs as oh, that's
I am the color of your power and fame.
that's
Shell.
blue.
This glyph charges the air with color and creates a protective shell around its creator. While the shell is present, the surrounding air becomes dense, making it impossible to draw other glyphs. Increasing the amount of color used in the glyph lengthens the duration of the shield.
Alright, so that was shield. Let's put some green in it. And that heart only holds 25. I don't know what the other hearts hold, if they're all like that. But our first one holds 75. I don't think there's any color down there, but there is some color up here. I don't know how much more we can hold. Oh, we got plenty. There's only 42. Oh, and there's only so much color we can hold in our palette, and we can actually lose that color. It will spill over. I don't know if we'll get to pick it up or not. It's been a long time and I don't remember. But I think it's best not to risk it. And, yep, that's it. One of the ways we can quickly get into the void. Dropping down into here.
There's one chamber left. Hurry. Danger is close. I can feel it.
Alright, let's use the gold. And now we're going to the garden. And then the combat tutorial will come up. Combat in this game is, you'll see. And of course it uses color.
Chambers like these are gardens. You can grow color here by yourself. Any color, and as much as you want. Approach a tree and touch it with a drop of color.
So I've only seen 3 of the colors. I only know about the properties of those others because I was looking at the wiki. Let's make sure we're not going to overflow, especially on gold. Okay, 72 gold, 69 green, okay.
Don't fear death. There is no death in the void.
Don't think we're going to find too much here. I'm surprised to find one that large here. I do believe there is, I think 9 trees here. We're gonna have to hold off on this gold. Maybe not. Oh no, we're good. Okay, so one of the important things about painting the trees is which ones to paint with what colors. And the main issue with that is when you see it, you want to not bunch a bunch of the same colors together because it looks much nicer, much more aesthetic, in my opinion. We'll do this one blue. We gotta touch it first. It's weird you have to touch it or activate it or whatever. And then we shall paint it or donate color to it.
Remember the most important rule. Color is your blood and your life stream. For any of your actions you pay with a part of your own life. So when you draw yourself a life, there's only one rule that counts. Always. The more color you use, the brighter the result will be.
So yeah, and I think there's a maximum on how the most you can use to get the most return, but I'm not sure. Let's paint this one green. Do have more blue. I might have used all the green. No, there's still a little bit left. Where? let's paint this one. Paint this one gold. Oops. I am hoping that will give a decent amount of color back. The most I've seen was 45, so I guess that tree will be the test to see if we can get more back than what we put into it at that high amount of color that we used. So see, look at how lovely it looks. We should do this one. How much do we have left? Jeez, let's do this one, no. And now we'll do this one blue. Oh, let's, put some gold into the one over here. Although, oh, hey, here's some green.
I am the color of your power and fame.
I think we have enough gold here. No, it's not gonna let me. And it still worked. You should have drawn the donor glyph now, so oh, if you don't complete it, you waste a bunch of it. Okay, well, now we know. It's been, I think 3, 4, maybe 5 years since I last played. So I've forgotten a lot, and that's really all we can do here. Until the next cycle when we can come here to, harvest.
Now come back to my chamber. I have more to tell you.
Okay, we're gonna have to get some more color into our hearts. Because we're gonna need more of it, because she's gonna ask us to start giving her color. And filling up her hearts is how we move beyond her chamber, but I always ran out of color before that. Jeez, we have so very little. So very little in our palette to give her.
I didn't warn you about the most important thing. Time, cold, and hunger aren't the most dangerous threats here.
Oh, really?
Listen, I'm hoping the brothers left this place forever. But if they ever return and find you, you'll be thrown into the nightmare. If they understand who you really are, there'll be no mercy.
Who are we?
They're brutal, but blind. We could trick them together. If you collect the color in my chambers, grow a garden and feed me, they'll decide that you're a new brother, the one that I was destined to. Then they'll accept you as their apprentice and give you some color so you won't die of hunger. And then we would see what we could do. Start by growing a garden. This is your best life source. Fill as many trees as possible to the tips of the branches and collect your first harvest. Then my heart will be at ease.
Alright, so are we a brother? Were we your brother? Are we just someone who died and somehow came to this place? Something wicked will happen soon. You need to visit all the chambers near Sister's greenhouse and collect color while it hasn't evaporated. The guardians of this place may return any moment. You need to prepare for this occasion and disguise as one of them. It's almost like she knows more, but she's not willing to tell us. First of all, you need to grow a garden with enough color to support your life. Donor. A heart grants you the knowledge to handle color. Color doesn't like to be wasted. Your first and most important heart is the donor glyph. This is forbidden knowledge and punishable by death. It is the ability to give, to rip color out of yourself and turn the dead into the living. So I guess souls? Is there more than one soul? Oh. Explanation about the colors. Silver is the color of miracles and magic, the color of insanity, the color of passionate states, the color of an earned reward. This color has a strong shade of surprise to it. Its gift is luck. The more silver you have inside you, the better chance you will have in random events. Uh-oh. Crimson is the color of anger, the color of awareness of one's rightness, but although its main power is destruction, there is also creation in this color. Its gift is anger. The more crimson you have inside you, the more damage your blows will deal in combat. Which is probably why, with only blue, green, and gold, or azure, emerald, and gold, we don't do very well in combat in the beginning. Amber is the color of madness. I guess madness is different from insanity. The color of delight, of rapture, one step away from possession. The color of conscious, creative joy. It's not like crimson, though in their bursts of energy they have something in common. I wonder how easy it is to tell gold and amber apart. I guess they look different enough. Its gift is metabolism. The more amber you have inside you, the faster your hearts will process lympha into nerva. So, the faster you die. Azure, the color of suffering and inner pain, but with an indispensable strong shade of hope to it. The color makes you more sensitive to time. Its gift is speed. The more azure you have inside you, the faster you will move, both in the void and in the chambers. Interesting. I don't know if I've ever seen a difference. Maybe it has to be in the palette rather than the memory. Violet, the color of secrets, the color of an anxious, uneasy charm, and of concern, an inquisitive, unkind, and suspicious color. What? Just like silver, violet is ethereal. I didn't know silver didn't say it's ethereal. Its gift is inspiration. The more violet you have inside you, the less color you will need to bring life to inanimate matter. Emerald, or simply green, is the color of patience and self-control, the color of awareness, the color of greed, the color of dedication to rest and balance. Its gift is defense. The more emerald you have inside you, the less damage you will receive from your enemy's blows. Oh yeah, the way they do damage to you is by stealing color, so. Gold is the color of love, unity, respect, and pity, the color of dedication and self-sacrifice. Its gift is trust. The more gold you have inside you, the better the impression your gifts will make on sisters. I guess that's, when you give them color to fill up their hearts, I don't know, the better they react to it. Sisters! Oh my. I guess we haven't encountered them? Yeah. Who is Ya? Ah, this is just, everything she has told us, I suppose. Okay. And that is, I think that's that for now.
Shell. This glyph charges the air.
Okay, we already know about that. Does this show us how much color we have? I think it does. Do we actually have that much color? Yeah, I suppose. Alright, what is our goal? Oh, our goal is to grow a garden. To really effectively grow a garden, we need more color in our palette. And we're right now, we have very little color in our palette, so we gotta go hang out in the void.
When your palette is full of a color, any additional nerva of that color will spill into the void.
Yes. Yeah, we'll use gold. Go and just hang out. And we wanna... Ooh. Where are we at? Forgot the one heart only holds 25. Okay, we gotta be careful about that. Okay, we'll go paint some more trees or animate them with color. We have a decent amount to work with.
Looks like there's only one creature wandering here.
What?
Strike it with color.
Gods!
Take a good
Okay.
amount of nerva
Okay,
and
just-
strike it. The more color you put into the stroke, the more damage you will do to the enemy. Color feels your will. Come on, fight.
Gods, I am! It takes a lot of color to do this.
Unbelievable, you beat it. Yes, that's how you use color to fight. Remember, the more color you put into your blows, the greater the damage will be.
I am of the opinion that you want to do small amounts so that way you don't do too much damage and lose that color, if that's how it works. I don't know. Well, I think I used green. It was very foolish of me. But let's paint a tree green. I think there's a tree over here. We'll paint this one green. I want to... Let's take the green out of here and fill it with some blue. So we can get some more blue. I think it's going to be too late before the cycle ends to paint another tree blue. Oh wait, we have 2 blue trees. In that case, let's do this one gold. So that leaves 1, 2, 3, 4 trees left. Do we have... We better hold on to that because if I remember correctly, the other chambers are going to have creatures that we need to kill. It doesn't tell us that. Maybe she did, and I just did not pay attention. Look at that thing. It's like some, Lovecraftian horror.
Predators have appeared again in my realm. This is not good. Even though they are not alive, they are dangerous. They feel color inside you and will always attack. Worse, their return is a sign that color is being wasted, and nothing angers the brothers more. The appearance of predators in a sister's chambers is a sign that her realm is diseased. I beg you, rid my chambers of the predators, or we're both in danger. Just be careful that you don't waste color doing so.
See, how do you waste color? How do you not waste
My
color?
hands are almost transparent.
So this right here, that's counting down. Oh, I think it's a new cycle already.
It feels almost as if color has come into the void. Just a little bit, but still. Something has changed. In In the old times, it used to be like this. With each cycle, color came to the chambers of its favorite sisters, until color became angry with us and left forever. But now, could it be that these drops have come for you?
Is it a new cycle? Yes, it is. I'm gonna save it. Because it is very easy to mess up. Okay, we're gonna come here, we're gonna collect color. Harvest it, so to speak.
There's nobody here.
That's good.
Nobody.
We have a lot of green. 71 green. Oh, that gave us almost the exact same amount of color we put into it. Yes. I do not remember how much blue I put into that. Now, here's the thing. The next cycle, there will be a lot less color that the trees will give. And that's how you can easily run out of color. I think we need more gold, yeah? Let's see, we have a lot of green, we have a lot of gold now. How much green is here? Oh, I think it's enough. Oh, you can't take more than you can hold. Okay, that's good. That is good. And I think that's it. Unless I can... Oh, there's three gold. And there's the green and gold small trees in the other chamber. So we will go there next. We'll fight whatever creatures we need to fight. Fill the hearts so we can get some more color. Let's hold on to blue. Keep blue in there. I feel like blue. Let's test and see how quickly we can move. Seems pretty decent. There is a lot of gold in that chamber. And there's a little bit of gold and green in here. Every time you get into a chamber, it's always a good idea to fill your hearts, just to be safe. You know what, let's fill it with green, since our green memory is so full.
I sense two hiding here. I can hear them.
Two? There's so much color here now. I don't remember there being so much color. Alright, let's hunt down these two monstrosities, these two dead, or just simply not living. Oh, gods, snuck up on us. All we have is gold right now, so. So that was 4, 6, 1. So 13 damage. Excellent. Okay, we better fill up our hearts. I don't know, does it take like equally from each heart? Or just from the, no, it took from one heart. Maybe it would take from memory too, but I don't think so. I hear something. I'll have to drop down and pick up some of that. I think it's up here. Okay, maybe it's up on the 4th level. They are sneaky, sneaky creatures. Oh, here it is. It's actually gonna fly down. How dare you? Okay, let's see. Let's see. So that was 7. 3, 4. That was 11. 11 that time. Okay, so we got 2 of them. What is that sky? Is that a sky? What is that? And the other tree is over there. We'll collect that and then we'll leave. Go to the mines. Fortunately, there is a doorway, or whatever, right here. It is a pain that everything, movement, activating stuff, all requires color. Which there is a lot here. I don't think we can collect it all, and I don't know what happens to the color that's left when you change.
I sense 2 hiding here. I can hear them.
What happens to color when you change, when a new cycle comes? After we defeat these creatures, we might just hang out here and gather color, although we have not that much in our memory. I wonder if it's random what colors appear. Because in my experience, green showed up here a lot. I don't remember gold showing up here. I also remember finding a lot more blue in the reservation. Oh, there it is. 4, 2. It's a quick. I didn't pay attention to that. This thing is very tough. There's the other one up there. Let's see. What do we have? 49.
I will bring
We got quite a lot there. Okay. Wow, these are very strong flowers. I mean, we can hold 110 now. Is it? Oh no, it's coming down. Hopping its weird-ass self down here. Fortunately, we don't have a limit on... Well, we do have a bit of a limit on distance. Okay, we've done... Oh! Just disappeared? 14? Yeah, I think we've... Very close to the limit. We could get... If we can find another 14. That's too much. 9, that will have to... That'll be enough. And apparently sisters will kneel before us. Maybe that was a brother whispering. I've only gotten far enough once to meet a brother. And that was because I used the, oh, there's more creatures. That's because I used the cheat in the game that gives you...
I think you got all of them. Thank you, my love. Return to me.
That fills up your, all the colors in your memory and your palette and gives you all the hearts. And it really breaks the game, so it's not a viable thing to use. Alright, well... Let's actually take some time to process. Actually, no, let's save it. Let's take some time to let the color process. And in the bottom right is our heart meter. It's not very accurate in my counting, but it's enough to give you a hint of where things are at. Wow, okay, well, that didn't give us very much. Okay, let's go back and collect some more gold. It sounds so very strange. It looks so very strange. There's no real purpose to trying to see what's beyond, because there's really nothing. You can do the jumping trick to climb up the walls, but there's nothing to find. I've already tried. Ah. How much do we have? We're at 67, I think that said. Very hard to see. Grab this one, and we'll grab one of the ones over here, and I guess we'll find out what happens to color that's left over when a new cycle starts. I think it gets replaced. But this is the first time I've ever had color left over, so I'm not sure. I think that says 103. Well, we have this one with 12, and these with 18. It looks so small, 18 and 15. Well, at least we have some reserve colors. Oh, I didn't mean to fall off. Oh well, I was eventually gonna do it.
How many of us are still alive?
And who was that? Oh, and the only place you can save it is in the void. I think this is where she asks us to start filling up her hearts. Of course, the only way she'll talk to us is if we give her a bit of color.
You succeeded. The brothers are tireless fighters, but now you also know how to fight. What if they want to test you before they decide? Now you're ready to see one of my hearts.
Haste. This glyph charges the air and ground around its creator with color. For a short time, it increases the creator's speed of movement and the distance that can be jumped. The greater the amount of color used on the glyph, the longer the effect lasts.
That's right, we get a third one, and I don't think I've used any of the glyphs aside from donor. Never really saw a need for it. You can pretty much outrun anything you encounter so far. So it just becomes a waste of color at that point.
Listen, we sisters have our own hearts. We can also drink color and grow stronger. Satisfy one heart, and a sister will agree to help you. Satisfy a second, and she will have the strength to help you pass through her chamber. The brothers roam the void whenever they choose. You must learn to do this too. It won't be easy to quench my thirst and reveal 2 hearts. It will take more than 1 harvest from your garden. But that's the last I will ask of you. Open 2 of my hearts, and the brothers cannot question your right to be an apprentice.
So I have filled 1 heart before. I have not managed to do 2. Except for when I did the cheat that gave you a bunch of color.
Other sisters believe the void is already dead, and the brothers will never return here. But I think now that you have appeared, something has changed, and they feel changes, even from afar. We must be ready for their return.
Alright, this is the opportunity to give her color. Her preferred colors are green or emerald and gold, as shown up here. And then we get to see this. I don't know why. I guess it's for the, the sight of her dress of colors or whatever, as she's swimming around in something that's like water. I don't know. I think we'll skip those from now on. I don't think there's dialogue during that particular video.
I was born only recently. The sisters had already begun to die forever back then.
Die forever.
My brother ascended from the abyss to take care of me. I don't know a lot of things, but I feel in the chambers of a live and happy sister that more color will appear. And if you quench my thirst, who knows? It might appear again.
So each brother has a sister whom they feed color to? Anyway, her first heart has 150 capacity, and we've given it 29 so far. Let's give it a little bit more color. Eventually she'll stop telling us stuff. Yeah. This is new. If there's any new ones, we'll watch those. Otherwise, we'll skip the others. I don't know if there's anything of value to be had from these, aside from the aesthetics. No, I don't think there is. Okay, 61. We can give her some more green. See if I can get it to 30. Very close. It's 102. I think we're gonna need to hold on to that. We'll go off into the void to wait and process color. We might have enough time we can go back to the chamber before the cycle ends. But this is where the first video will end. Until next time. Oh wait, no wait, something's happening.
If you wish to bring the new cycle closer, you can accelerate the turning of the wheel. Time will flow faster. When you need Nerva, you can also speed the wheel to shorten the wait. But don't do this yet. You're not ready for the things that might happen so soon.
The running out of color. It says there's like gold here to be found. No, it doesn't. Alright. Let's begin the filling. The great filling. I'm not going to pick color in that one because that's how we'll quickly run out. But we do need green, so that's why I'm putting green in the other heart. Gods, we need to... I wonder if I can... Ooh, this is risky. No, I won't fill up the other heart with gold. Alright, well next time we shall continue. See if we can get any further. There is... Oh, there's... color there. What the crap? Oh yes, a new cycle started. We're in cycle 3. Okay. Anyway, next time, we'll see if we can get any further. There is a mod that makes it a lot easier. If necessary, instead of having to start over a bunch of times, because I think I've played this like 10 times years ago, I'll install the easy mod so that we can actually get through it and see the end. Where apparently the end goal is to escape, and we get to pick a sister to go with us, and that's why it's like a dating sim. Anyway, until next time.